Hey guys, so here in this video we're going to be looking at how to represent an additive relationship on a coordinate plane. So we have to represent additive relationship on a coordinate plane, a table, and an equation. So I'm going to show you guys how it is that we identify an additive relationship based on an equation, a table, and a coordinate plane by creating an equation. So let's go ahead and begin. So I'm just going to make this equation up. We're going to put here y is equal to x plus 1. And I want us to notice that this has a plus sign right here. Do you guys see that plus sign? Since it has a plus sign, we could say that this is an additive relationship. This equation is going to have an additive relationship because we're adding. And so let's just make up some numbers here for x and our y values. So I'm just going to make up some x and y values starting with 0. This is 0, 1, 2, and 3. And here it's saying that y is equal to x plus 1. So I want us to notice that we're going to add to all of our x values here, we're going to add 1 to all of our x values. Do you guys see that? Because y, the value of y, is equal to x plus 1. Now I want us to understand that x represents any number here in this table. X represents 0, 1, 2, 3. It could be any number here in this table. And we just made up these numbers here. But when we're referring to x, we're talking about any of these numbers here. So x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. And so what do we do with our x values? So we're going to add 1 to all of our x values. So let's go ahead and add 1. So 0 plus 1, that's equal to what? 1. 1 plus 1, that's equal to 2. Then we got 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. And 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4. And I want us to notice the reason why we're adding 1 is because in our equation, it says that the value of y, and y represents all these numbers here on the right column, that is equal to, if we were to take any of the x values and we were to add 1 to them. Do you guys see that? So y is equal to x. All of our x values here, we're just adding 1 to all of our x values. And so here we have in an equation form, we could see that's an additive relationship. And if you guys were to be given a table and you find a pattern from left to right where you're adding the same number, then we can say that we have an additive relationship here. And on the coordinate plane, how would that look like? Well, the only thing that we got to remember is that when we have an additive relationship, it will never cross the center. So let's just say we were to graph all of these points here on the coordinate plane. And I'm just going to do it really fast. I'm just going to graph it. It would probably look something like this. It would not cross the center or the origin of our coordinate plane. So additive relationships do not cross the center. They never cross the center of the coordinate plane. So we're to be given a graph, and on that graph they were to show us an equation that's been graphed, and it does not cross the center. Do you guys see how it's not crossing the center here? We could automatically say that that's an additive relationship. If we're given a table, and in that table we're adding the same number to all of our x values, and we could say it's an additive relationship. If we're given an equation, and in that equation we have a plus sign, then we can say that that's an additive relationship too. So I want us to understand, how do we identify an additive relationship again? We have a plus sign. That means that it's an additive relationship in our equation. If we have a table and we find a pattern where we're adding the same number to all of our x values, then we could say that's an additive relationship. If we're to be given a coordinate plane where we have an equation that is graphed and it does not cross the center, what I mean by the center is that point right in the origin, this is the center here, then we can say that it's an additive relationship. Okay, I hope this video helped you guys. Thank you.